One of my friends has been using a SmartCarb for just over a year now and really likes it, and suggested that I try one too. So I asked if I could borrow his, and he suggested that I contact SmartCarb to see if I could borrow one. So that's what I did, and they sent me one. So this video is a review of the SmartCarb. Technology Elevated sent me a Cast 38mm SmartCarb to test. You can see it's already fitted here. I decided not to do an installation video because Barry Jackson has a very good series of videos already on YouTube, which I'll put a link to in the description. The SmartCarb comes with a pamphlet which details some of the key benefits, including altitude compensation, 10 to 14% increase in power, improved fuel economy and reduced emissions. And also comes with a very nice installation and tuning guide. In the middle it details everything you need to know about the carb, how to install it, and then on the back are the stock settings, including what metering rod's installed, the metering rod position and idle set screw position. One handy feature of the SmartCarb is it has an external low-speed air fuel adjuster, which you can see here on the top of the carb. By turning this, it raises or lowers the metering rod, changing the amount of fuel going up the nozzle past the metering rod. The handy thing about this is when you're doing the initial tuning, with the engine off, you can make adjustments and test straight away. There's no need to disassemble the carburetor to make any adjustments. The SmartCarb has an idle adjuster, which you can see here. This moves the slide up or down, changing the idle speed. And you can also see the choke used for cold starts. After fitting the carb, I started up and did a test ride for about 30 minutes close to the house, and it seems to be running fine. Technology Elevated do recommend a braking period of about an hour before making any major adjustments. So my plan is to take it up to the mountains tomorrow, finish the braking, and then do some tuning. They recommend a tuning process where you initially lean the carb out and then go slightly richer from there, using the low-speed air fuel clicker adjuster on the top. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. I'm just going to show a cold start, so I'm going to put the choke on, the fuel's on. So it starts very easily. One issue I always had with the Mikuni was that it wouldn't start very easily. So this is no problem at all. That pulled nicely up there, no problem at all. So I've been riding with the SmartCarb for a day now. I'd like to thank Elevated Technology for lending me the carb to review. My thoughts are that it's very easy to set up with the low speed adjustment being on the top on the knob. You don't have to disassemble the carb to adjust that. So you can fine tune the low speed very easily. I fiddled around with the adjustment, but I found I went back to the factory setting, and that works well. Crisp response, and doesn't bog. So I'm just using the factory setting, so it's pretty much plug and play. Some of you guys maybe in Colorado are riding big elevation changes, and this carb supposedly performs very well over big elevation changes, so I think that's a real advantage for you guys. Regarding the performance, it performed fine. The power is smooth, easy to use, and I didn't really have any issues. I got around no problem at all. Even the steepest hill climbs, it pulled nicely. So I know people are going to ask what the SmartCarb feels like compared to my Kahing Air Striker with a stick metering block. The power overall is very smooth and easy to maintain traction. You can lift the front wheel easily, second and third gear, get over logs, no problem at all. So the power is very usable. I got around today, no problem, even the steepest hill climbs. But overall, it doesn't feel as strong as the Kahing with the stick metering block. That's just my feeling and subjective. I haven't done any dyno testing, so I can't prove that. But as I say, it is very usable power. So overall, I think the SmartCarb is a good option to consider, particularly if you're looking for something that really is plug and play. The initial setup is very easy using the slow adjustment knob on the top. You can make changes quickly. So I think if you're not happy with the Mikuni carb, and particularly if you're riding large elevation changes, the SmartCarb is a good option to consider.